where it began. I can't begin to know it. Welcome back. Week 8, Power Rankings. Your boy, the commish. League of Gentlemen, the Red Sox. 2 games down, 2 more to go. We drink dirty water. Boston Red Sox, almost there. All right, guys. It's been another eventful week. Week 7 has come and go. We are on to week 8. Week 8. Week 13 is the last week of the regular season. We are past the halfway mark of the season. I think the teams that are solidifying themselves as the top teams are gonna be there. They're gonna be there at the end, and we're finally figuring out whose teams are big shams. And I definitely got 2 of those to call out today. Like everyone knows, week 7. Just want to make sure this is recording because last time I did this, I screwed up. So week 7 results. First thing we're gonna go over is the week 7 results. Trader Danny 2.0, my new name, since making such incredible trades to increase the value of my team. If you guys noticed, my first and second round picks, Cook and Fournette, still haven't really played, and my team is 3-4. Any other team has their first 2 picks crumble. They would not be in the position I am. So managerial wise, I am probably the manager of the year. Facts. Trader Danny 2.0, 165.16, takes down the undefeated Kyrie Irving, number 11, 6-1 now, 151.68. Cam, I'm sorry, I told you, I am your rival. I am. In the last 3 times we played, I'm 2-1 against you. I knocked you out of the playoffs. Last week I knocked you from the 6-0 spot. It's good. Good things are coming. I think we're gonna have a rematch going into the playoffs, so this is gonna be pretty interesting. We got B Money 149 to Frank equals Troll 128. B Money with the dubs there. GB Sins classic case takes down Dan. Dan has finally come down a little bit. He's back to reality. 140 to 105. El Chapo, which he gave me a good amount of shit about him winning this week. I did think he was gonna go 2-11 the rest of the year. New update, 3-10. I don't think he's going to win the rest of the season. 133.6 to 105 against Frank Loves Insurance. Papa J's Kool-Aid, an easy 6-1. An easy 6-1. Also MVP. Man can bust a move, that's for sure. 6-1, 132 to 63.9. Hillary Smelly, you know what. Conti now has the lowest scoring team this year. 3rd lowest, I think, of all time. Not looking good for him this year. Not looking good at all. Trader Danny, the original Trader Danny, still think he should change his name. Congratulations, Pat. You threw a great party. Great wedding Saturday. That was fun. Incredible. You looked handsome, but when you take pictures from the front view, you're a whole different person. So 149.55 to Tom's Loyal Disciples, 101.05. Tom's Loyal Disciples on a 4-game losing streak. Conti's on a 5-game losing streak. So we're starting to see which teams are going to be kicked out of the league. There we go. 1 paper down, 2 more to go. You guys know where we are. We're at the Power Rankings. This is why every week we show up on YouTube, over hundreds of thousands of views. Wonder why everyone wants to watch me give the Power Rankings. It's because this is really where people can talk the most shit. I haven't had any guests on in a while. Everyone's too adult. Greg moved too far away. No one else ever wants to ask me to do the video. I think they just want to see moi, be the video guy. I don't know why. They talk shit on the keyboard, but they won't show up on camera to sit right next to me. I do have other chairs, boys and girls. Next week, please, someone reach out and ask to be in the video instead of just saying, hey, where's the video? I'd love to have you on, so let me know, guys. So let's start 12 through 1, worst to first. We do this every week. You guys know where we're at. No surprise here at number 12. This guy has been at the bottom of the league all year. Trader Danny with his first win this year, but he is still the number 12 power ranked team. He has only scored 792 points in 7 games. Basically like 110 to 115 points average per week. Pretty embarrassing stuff. Pat did get his first win. Congratulations. But I think you're going to go right back to losing. So 1-12 to end the year. Number 12 power ranking in our hearts, not in our power rankings. I said that wrong. Number 12 in the power rankings, but number 1 in our hearts. Yes, that's how we say it. Number 11, I'm very shocked. I'm absolutely shocked at this guy's performance in the last couple weeks. He had the lowest scoring week last week of all time this year. 2-5. Hillary Smelly, you know what, at number 11. Conti, I apologize, but if Patrick can somehow pull off 1 or 2 wins, I think you might be the worst team in the league this year. Hillary Smelly, you know what, is definitely on the decline. He's lost 5 games in a row. Not looking too good. He's made a couple moves. He's got 13 moves overall this year, but he's just looking pretty bad. So I apologize, Conti, that you're doing so bad. But we'd love to see you at Greg's this Sunday. I think 1 o'clock is going to be the time start there. So please come by Sunday. You told us you would. At number 10, no question about it, El Chapo. Yes, he did win last week, but his team is still pretty shitty. 3rd worst points for. Remember last week when he talked shit about my points for. He only has 905 points this year. Pretty embarrassing stuff. I see Willie, Conti, Pat being the bottom 3 of the barrel the rest of the year. I don't think they're going to really climb up from there. They're going to stay down there. I think Willie's got a tough week this week. I think he's got a tough bye week. I think he's going to be 3-5. Then he plays next week 3-6. He's going to be 3-7 before he knows it. I hope he can crawl out of it. He does have Fournette, which won't be back until at least week 12 from some of the guys that I've talked to. So good luck. Good luck, El Chapo. At number 9, Frank Loves Insurance, 3-4. His team is also pretty. They're not exciting. Your team's not exciting, Luke. You don't have any wow players except Todd Gurley. Everyone else on your team, you have Allen Robinson that scored like 2 points last week. That can't be your wideout too. If you think you're going to win a championship in the League of Gentlemen. So I think Lou's going to be really down in the dumps this year. At number 8, Frank equals Troll. Another pretty upsetting spot for Kyle. I think Kyle has been one of the greatest managers in the history of the first 3 years he's ever played, or 4 years. He had a great winning percentage, but this year he's finally showing his true colors. He is 2-5. Not looking good. Not looking good, Kyle. I hope you can get out of it. But I'll take Hunt off your team, but I'm not going to give you Kelsey. So figure it out. At number 7, we got ELE. This is probably where Dan's going to lie in the playoff hunt. Number 7, number 8 spot to end the year. I like it. Dan's going to be playing one of the top 2 teams, looking like it's going to be Papa J's or Cam. So Dan is looking like a playoff hunt type of team, which is pretty exciting stuff. At number 6, Tom's Loyal Disciple. This is another team that's on the decline. Had him big in the beginning of the year, but I didn't realize that he had no depth. After his starting lineup, he has literally nothing to offer. Nothing to offer. Ingram coming back has hurt Kamara. I think Rodgers is really on his decline. I can't believe he got paid, and now he's bumming it. But at number 6 at 3-4, I think that's Tom's Loyal Disciple spot. But don't be surprised to see him hit the 8 and 9 spot next week if he gets another L to Big Frank today. At number 5, we got B Money at 4-3. I hate to see him at number 5, but I really have to give him the number 5 spot. He's the middle of the ground type of team this year. He's got CMC. He does have some wideouts. He has made some trades, some pickups. Debatable team. I see Barry is in the playoffs because, I mean, it's not hard to make the playoffs in the League of Gentlemen because usually there's 3 bottom of the barrel teams that just make it really easy for everybody else. But yeah, B-Money, 5. At number 4, I know he's going to be really upset. This might be the first time we've ever had a 1-loss team at the number 4 spot, but GB Sins at number 4 at 6-1. GB, your team has scored 927 points all year. It's one of the middle ground teams, points for-wise. Your points against is 786. I think you've been really lucky this year. Pretty lucky at how people have been playing. And number 4, your team is basic at best. I've looked at it. I'm not afraid of your team when it comes to playoff time. I think you don't have any tight ends, which is pretty embarrassing. So no question about that. At number 3, Trader Danny 2.0, formerly known as Goodell Eagles Hitler, formerly also known as your commissioner, also known as Big Frank. At number 3, 942 points for beat Cam last week. Looking like the next 2 to 3 weeks are going to be big weeks for me. I think my team is one of the better teams in the league. I know you guys hate it, but just like last year, around this same time, my team was where I was at. Just like this, same thing. You guys were talking shit, saying, oh, there's no way. But in reality, I have one of the better teams in the league. The record doesn't show it, but wait till you see what happens next week 8, week 9, week 10. By week 10, going into week 11, I'm going to be 6-4. 6-4. Guaranteed. Guarantee it. Hot take of the week. Guaranteed 6-4 after week 10. Book it there. At number 2, Papa J's Kool-Aid. One of the best teams, one of the best managers, one of the best dancers I've ever seen in my entire life. That man can throw a spread of seafood like no other. One of the great. There was more seafood than Jesus could muster up at the Dead Sea on any given Sunday. Guaranteed. Papa J's, once again, it's always an honor to have you in this league. I know the chat, he did come out, he apologized to me personally, saying that he apologizes that he doesn't get in the chat because it gets a little crazy. He doesn't know when to jump in, when to jump out. He says it's just too much for him. But if you can tell by his record that he's definitely active in this league. At number 1, Kyrie Irving, number 11, 6-1, lost last week, but I can't give him up the top spot yet. I think if he's going to end up winning this week again, so he's going to be 7-1, 8-1, 9-1, 10-1. He's actually going to win out the rest of the year, I think. And I think it's going to end up being that me versus him in the playoffs for the championship. Guarantee it. Book it. That's pretty self-explanatory right there. You don't really have to go into that. Another throw of the paper. See that? There we go. Now, on to pick'ems. I know I've been talking a good amount today, so let's make this quick. Let's make this as quick as possible. So week 8 edition of the pick'ems. Let's start with the first game. ELE at 3-4 versus Frank Loves Insurance. 3-4. Both teams 3-4. This is why I think this week is going to be one of the biggest weeks of the year. I think a lot of teams are playing teams that if this is going to make or break the playoff structure going forward. Here we go. 3-4, 3-4. Frank Loves Insurance. ELE. I'm giving this one to ELE. He's going to be 4-4. Frank Loves Insurance is going to be 3-5. El Chapo 3-4 versus Trader Danny. This is going to be one of the biggest games of the year. Trader Danny is going to win this game 2-6. El Chapo 3-5. That's going to push Trader Danny into playoff contention because we got a couple other games that I think are going to be easy ones for certain teams. GB Sins versus Papa J's Kool-Aid. This is the game of the week. Papa J's Kool-Aid is having a bye week of hell, just like El Chapo, just like ELE, but I think ELE is going to stand out, but I think El Chapo and Papa J's Kool-Aid are both going to have losses this week. I think GB is going to win that one and be 7-1. Papa J's Kool-Aid is going to score about 115 this week, and GB is going to drop 130 and win again. We got B Money 4-3 versus Hillary Smelly. You know what? B Money is going to run this one away. He's going to be 5-3 after this week. Hillary Smelly, you know what, is going to be 2-6. And hot take of the day, Trader Danny is actually going to overtake Hillary Smelly, you know what. And Hillary Smelly, you know what, will be number 12 in the power rankings next week. In the standings, not in the power rankings. Just kidding. Trader Danny, number 12. Frank Eagles Troll at 2-5 versus Kyrie Irving 6-1. Another easy game for Cam. Frank Eagles Troll will be 2-6. I think we're going to have 3 2-6 teams after this week, and I think it's going to get really interesting at the bottom half of the barrel. And then with the game of the week, the brother versus brother, best friend versus best friend, Trader Danny 2.0 versus Tom's loyal disciple, 3-4, 3-4, 4, 6th and 5th place in the standings on Yahoo, going at it. Big Frank gets the dub this week. Adam's team's falling apart as we speak. 3-5 after this week, I think, for Adam. 4-4 for me. I think we're really gonna start seeing exactly the playoff structure. We're gonna look at Trader Danny, Hillary Smelly, you know what, and El Chapo at the bottom of the barrel with Frank Eagles Troll they're going to be fighting for the 9 through 12 spot right there by the end of this week. And then from there, it's really a toss-up 1 through 8. I think a good valuable point is the next year doing a 6-team playoff structure. Top 2 teams get byes. The other 4 teams, 3 through 6, play each other. Barry tried to do a veto trade or call it out during the draft. No one wanted to do it. I mean, I'm the man of the people, so if people really wanted it to be done this year, I'm that confident my team will be one of the top 6 teams. I know some other guys will be like, nah, I'm okay. I don't even know if I'm going to make the 8th spot, so let's not change it. So, God bless, guys. Red Sox 2-0. Pats on Monday night. A lot of pipe bombs being thrown around. Dems versus the Liberals. I don't know. Just be safe out there, guys. The world is going crazy. Once again, Big Frank in the Red Sox jersey. ELE stand. Thank you, Dan, for helping sponsor that when we did that. Other than that, God bless. Thank you so much. And also, Thanksgiving Eve will be at GB's.